quick little recap and update for the week, since it's like a Wednesday, so I'll just do a midweek update. As you can see, supply was in control today, so sales were on the table, and then as I said, we were coming into supply levels. I didn't actually have this one marked, so I had this one. Did I have this one marked? I can't remember. I don't think I had this one marked. I had this one, and this one marked. And I was saying, as prices coming in, you want to be aware of how it's reacting, because it's so heavily bearish. You just don't want to be buying here so early on, just because it's just about tapped into discount zone. So I wanted to wait to see what price would do. And as you can see, it's reacting from this flip level now, but this is not something I would have taken on, like, when it was happening, because it's less probable than these ones down here. As you can see, we reacted from this one instead of this one. I wanted this level, as we had some inducement here for this level, so I was ideally looking for this level. Oops. But it was around quite late in the day, so obviously from this price action onwards, I wouldn't have traded, and it's really slow, as you can see, compared to during the day. So that's why I don't really like trading New York as much. But yeah, let me quickly go through the trades I took this morning or today. Had a break even this morning because of the from this level. I only took this trade because if you see on the 15-minute, I was looking to go short after tapping into this daily supply. Well, let me just show you. I don't know if I showed you guys the daily supply. Yeah, the daily supply is here. As you can see, we've had a sweep of the high from the daily time frame, and then this break of structure. This is like the last supply that caused this break, plus this this supply area here is just about mitigated, so it could come back higher, but there shouldn't be a need if it wants to continue lower. So let's go back to the 15. So 15-minute, yeah, during the night it didn't really do much, so it was rangy overnight, and then this was my 1 hour zone from this low to this high, as on the 1 hour we didn't have any proper pullback. So then on the 15-minute, as you can see, we've had a sweep of this high, and then we started to cause demand failure. So here we reacted to something, tried to push up, and then just failed with a wick. But you know, a wick is a body close on lower time frames, but I should have seen that. I mean, it was a good area to kind of short from, but it did react from the extreme from here, but it didn't react to the 15-minute refine though. Was it 15? No, I think it was the 5-minute, I think. But yeah, at least as price tried to push up, it fell to break above this high, indicating that it wants to go lower. And as London opened, or just about London opened, it just melted. But here in lower time frame, 5-minute order flow was in control, so I should have taken a 5-minute buy into this area. However, we are so high up in the leg, I wasn't really planning to buy, even though, you know, the order flow is actually bullish. But I was like, okay, we're in a supply. We're in a daily supply, so I just want to try to catch the leg down, which was a bad idea, but in the end it did play out. Like, shorts were in favor today. As you can see, we've had, going into this morning, around 6ish, we've had a sweep of this high, and then a 1 minute change, 1 minute shift, and then we've had a tap into the 1 minute supply. So I was waiting for this next 1 minute unmitigated supply to tap into. And on the 15-second, if I can quickly just go back, yeah, this is my 15-second entry. So I had this low here. So yeah, we've set all this liquidity for this 1 minute POI, taps into it and then broke this supply. and then I was waiting for this, and I ended off here, and then usually I could have made the stop loss just right above here, but it's just a 1 pip. So I was like, I'm just gonna be safe and cover it with this POY, which is 2 pips, which isn't massive, but I think if I use a smaller stop loss, it would have been taken out. So I was kept in, and then we melted for a bit, and then as you can see, we reacted to a 5-minute demand here. We had the first shift here, and then demand respect this 5-minute, and then another shift with bullish momentum structure here, and then just this area, and then just flew. But as you can see, we did melt quite a bit, and then where is it? Melted for about 6 hours, and then it just flew. And then there was no entry from London until here. So we had this little 15-minute demand. So on the 15-minute, you can see that we've had, these pullbacks here. This would be a demand level to look at. Pullback here, demand level, pullback here, and then this big demand level here. So then we've had this little inside bar, which I usually wouldn't trade, but we're still in premium. Shorts were in play. I wanted to see if I could get into a short. And then price, melted, and it came back up and swept these highs. So we broke the low, and then we swept these highs. And then on the 1 minute, let's go back quickly. I didn't take this trade, by the way. On the 1 minute, we've had a sweep to the upside, and then a little break of structure to the downside. Like I said, on the lower time frame, it is a body break. And then if I go back here, this one's quite messy, but if you can see, we've had the 1 minute mitigation here, and then for the 15-second change of character, it's actually here. You could have taken just this level here, but as you can see, price just really pushed up in extreme, and then just covered these highs, because this is the high that caused this break here. 1.5 would have been enough. If you just did it like that, you may have been tagged out. I like to just use solid numbers like 1.5, 1, 2, 2.5, 3, unless it's like this is 3. No, this is 2.8, and I'll just round it up to like 5. I meant, what? Doesn't even make sense. I meant 3. So yeah, that was that trade. It could have been, and you could have targeted the 15-minute lows here for about 16R. Because you can see price was bearish, and then we've had more continuations to the downside. I guess you could trade these 1 minute, so I don't really trade 1 minute. I used to. Like, look, if you trade this 1 minute edge, you could have taken that from there. And then we had this 5 minute continuation leg. So this was the 5 minute break, and then I would have taken something from this extreme, but it's so far away. Price could come back technically, but it doesn't have to, because if it wants to continue the trend, then it will. And then we've had a pullback into this range, and then another break of structure to downside, and then this is where news was approaching, so I wasn't really looking to trade anything. So then yeah, so I was waiting for this 5 minute supply, because this is where the last supply before this moved to the downside into this 15-minute demand. However, on the 1 minute, there was nothing on the 1 minute. I think I just took it off right off the 15-second, yeah. Because if I waited for the 1 minute, it would have been safer, because this would have been the shift, and then I would have waited for something up here, but it doesn't come back, no. Yeah, so then if I had taken that, then it would be a loss, because this is the 15-second sweep, and then the 15-second break of structure or change of character in order flow, and then this is the 15-second supply that I would be looking at, and then as you can see, open of the candle, and then would be tagged out, because this is quite a big stop loss as well, 3.2, unless I cover these highs, and that would probably be a 5 pip, then I would be safe. But it was already big as it is, so I probably would have done 3.5. If I realistically wanted to get into a trade, then I would say this is the push up, and then just this area, this demand area here, and then this supply, but it doesn't come back into it. So that would have been a missed trade. And then we reacted off this 15-second, but highly unlikely for it to hold. Because there's lower ones in the lower demand levels in the leg. So then, as you can see, price just pushed down, and then news at 3 o'clock pushed it really down. And then right now, oh, market close. Okay, right now, yeah, we've smashed through here. I'm gonna remove this level because it's irrelevant now. And then this had a reaction, and then this has currently had a reaction because you can see that it's trying to push up, and then it failed. And then here we are reacting from it now, but you can see that price action here is really corrective, so there is cause to go lower. However, I want to see how it reacts from there. But like I said, we are in discount pricing for buys, so I wouldn't be surprised if this fails. But if it comes lower, then we'll see if it wants to continue going higher, because technically it should just react from here and then just continue upwards and target these highs, because there's no need to come back lower into lower demand levels. So yeah, so that's that for today. And then let me just quickly hide, oh gosh, let me just hide the trades from today so I can do my forecast for tomorrow. Shift that there. Oh, what? Sorry, I accidentally pressed the space bar. So, and then these I can just delete because they were for illustration purposes. And then this, where's it gone? Okay, why is it like this anyway? What's 700 drawings? Jeez. Okay. Okie dokes. Going on to the 1 hour. Oh, let me just put this back. Yeah, you can see we've had like a 1 hour. This is a 1 hour area as well. But it's not really significant because it didn't really, break any structure. The move actually happened from here, which is valid for price to be reacting from now. However, this is just a reaction point, I suppose. But we are still in this leg. You can see we've pushed up. But the leg is still, here. We're contained with this leg. So yeah, tomorrow I either want to see a reaction from this level and then continue lower, because on the 15-minute we are, putting in bearish structure. So if I go into a fresh chart and just mark out current PA, at price action. So we've had the first shift here. Like, we've had a sweep of this high, and then we've broken structure to the downside. And then here, here. But we haven't come back into the range here. As you can see, the discount area. I mean, the premium pricing for sales is actually this supply here. But price shouldn't need to go all the way back up if it wants to continue going down. So we have that leg there, and then you can see we've pulled back. I don't think this is a valid pullback. Not on the 15-minute. On the 5 it's a pullback, but on the 15 it's not really a pullback. because it only has 1, 2, 3, 2 candles before breaking the low, so I wouldn't really count that as a high. So in that case, that's not even a break of structure. Next break of structure is not this one. No. You know what? This is actually one leg on the 15. Because these are in turn like minor breaks of structure, because they don't look, if you count from here, from this high, 1, 2, the third one breaks that low, and I want at least 3 candles to class it as a pullback. And then here it's 1, and then it just breaks the structure. Here 1, 2, no, the first one just breaks it. So yeah, we actually don't even have a leg. This is actually the leg. So tomorrow I'm gonna either look for, let's see what we have on the 20. So obviously we have this extreme, but I don't think this is valid. No, at the moment this is the 1 hour supply that I can visibly see. And then we have this 1 hour here as well, actually. But I think I may want to refine that one down. Nothing too clear. Oh my god, can't find anything. 15, 16. I just want an engulf candle. There we go. 17 minutes refined. And here I would refine it to this candle here, even though it's in premium pricing for buys. Premium pricing for buys? Yeah, premium pricing for sell, sorry. Because this one's been mitigated. Like if you look here, it's break of structure here, and then this is like a mitigation there, and then if you break here, that's been mitigated. So this is the last unmitigated supply, which hasn't been tapped into. Oops. But there's nothing too clean on the lower time frame. 14, 12, or 13. Yeah, so 14, I think that was. 14 would be the most logical one. Oh, 14. And then this is 17, I believe. Let's just quickly check. Yep, 17. And then the extreme was 15, I believe. Yep, 15. So you need to filter through the time frames. Obviously, this and this is at the moment is the higher probable areas, but you never know, price may just continue, going down from here. And then obviously these lows would be the target for sells. This low, I'll draw it this low and this low, because they're all places for inducement. And then we have a leg here that we could react from, and then obviously this extreme. So if they break, then these are all points of liquidity to be taken. And then obviously the daily target, my daily low is the target. How messy is that? But yeah, hopefully this wasn't a too long of a video, because it's like 20 minutes nearly. But hopefully that was somewhat useful and valuable. So yeah, we'll see what happens tomorrow. I would ideally see more sells and these to fail, but you never know, this might just break, and we may be creating the flip zone here, so like here, and we'll see price go up from there maybe. So yeah, we'll see what happens tomorrow.